There we fucking go. What's going on, everybody? We are back with Dan from HPA. He had the good misfortune of deciding to join us again. How you doing, buddy?
Good. Apparently, I don't make smart decisions.
Well, speaking of people who don't make smart decisions, have you talked to that hippo kid in a while? Because I swear to God, he sent me a message on Instagram and then deleted it before I could read it. Because like I looked down and I saw this like paragraph pop up on my screen. I'm like, the fuck is that? And then I saw an H in front of the name, so I like went on to search, and I was like, because I don't know, I'm weird like that. I was like, I'm gonna find out who that was. And I hit H, and sure enough, his like whatever cigar watering hole Instagram popped up. I was like, I recognize the logo. I was like, sent him a message like, did you send me something and then delete it before I could read it? And he hasn't fucking responded yet.
Is that like late night text to ex-girlfriends? You're like, fuck, I shouldn't have sent that.
A little bit. I don't know. I don't know if that's what's going on or if it's something else, but I definitely was entertained when I saw that. I was like, oh, is this how we're kicking this off? Deleted messages already? Oh, my God. Let's see. All right. And Carl is on his way, and so is Derek. We're going live a little bit earlier than normal. Oh, there he is. Aha! He's here. Yeah. Motherfucker, I saw you send me that message. Tell me what you sent, though. Oh. So how you doing, man?
Same old shit, man. Just grinding and working nonstop.
The Koof working on yet?
No, fortunately not. And we're states finally opening up, but since we're a manufacturer, we got to kind of stay open during the whole crisis.
How's that been? Because I was really curious as to how shipping has worked for you guys as far as like getting product in and.
So here's how shipping has worked. FedEx and UPS are becoming even bigger billionaires, and they're just putting it in everyone's ass. Every week I get an update. Hi, surcharge for coronavirus. We're increasing our pricing again. And then surcharge for containers. We're increasing our pricing again. Just nonstop.
And is this more international stuff, or is this like
this is everything? Too? Domestic ground, container, international ocean, air, everything. They're just packing it in. God. And the best part is they're raising rates and then they're removing the guarantee for delivery. So pay me more and yeah, I'll deliver it whenever I want to.
It's the mentality of fuck you, pay me, fuck you, fuck you, pay me.
Pretty much. There's no one else to go to. So what are you gonna do? It's one of the two, and both of them are gonna fuck you.
What can you do for Brown? USPS isn't here anymore. God, that's a terrifying thought. The day when you can't rely on USPS to at least fucking deliver half of your package on time.
At least some of the small stuff, you know?
Fucking right. Hold on a second, Corey. Let me see if I can. Is that? Oh no, that's a little more fucked up. I don't know why the aspect ratio on this is all over the place. Mm-hmm. It's a little fucky. So you guys, you've got a new rollout. I mean, I've had one of your batteries for a little while, and I love that fucking thing. It just doesn't fuck. I got one of yours, and I've got one of those big BBC dildo Titan batteries, and neither one of those motherfuckers ever die. Like I charge them once, like every month, and then I'll play with them, and finally my gun will be like, wah, and I'll plug it in, and like 10 minutes later, it's good to go. But I saw you got like a whole line coming out now, right?
Yeah. So we started with Lion batteries, and what separates it from everyone else is all of our Lions are high discharge Lions. So we're running 2040C burst on our Lion line, and as you saw, they take abuse. And technically, you're not supposed to do what you did with a battery. You're supposed to leave it if you store it at like 50 to 65, 70%, but whatever, you know,
right, man, put it in one of those little fucking metallic baggies like a queer.
Of course.
No.
The best part is this. Airsoft hasn't realized what like the RC car industry has, that those things are little fucking bombs. So take care of them and don't just throw them like in your car, in your gun bag with sharp metal points of your gun poking at them. But, yeah, so we expanded into lipos, and our lipos are all high discharge. So they're all 30, 50C burst. And we just started making a variety to fit crazy guns. Like we got a 1450 milliamp 11.1 that fits Scorpion Evos, VFC, MP7s, buffer tubes of 90% of ARs out there, and crane stocks. And then we dropped some monsters recently, which was our 2400 milliamp 3050C that is pushing 70 plus amps all day long. And bad boy is just a nunchuck. And then for the guys that like it extra thick, we did a tri-panel version of that is 2,800 milliamps. That's dumping over 80 amps all day long.
Jesus. Have you guys come out with anything that will fit into like the ARP9 or the fucking QRF Mod 1 or 2 stocks?
Yeah. So we've got a 11-1 1000 milliamp that'll fit the ARP9s because they don't like too much length. They like it real shallow.
They like the chode batteries.
Exactly. They'll take it a little thick, but they don't like it long. So we have those. And then for something like an Evo that'll take the length, but doesn't like it thick at all, that's where our 1450s come in.
So you've got a decent like line of different milliamp and different sizes coming out, because that's the biggest thing. Like honestly, like KWA's sponsor the show. We love their shit. That QRF Mod 1 and 2 and their new Ronin 47 that's coming out. Love them. But I go to war with these motherfuckers over a battery compartment that's like that big.
Well, I know we tested our 2400.
What am I gonna do with that?
In the regular Ronin M4s that have that PTS stock, we put our 2,400 nunchucks fit that like a champ. Yeah. And then our 2,800s actually fit that as well.
Okay. Because I know that's the biggest thing is like I was talking to Tom. I was like, dude, you've got to sell these because they make the battery extender for it, obviously, and it makes it go from here to like here. Which that extra inch, I'm sure, it matters a lot apparently, but they just will not sell it like pre-made like that, and it's just so fucking brutal trying to find a battery that is consistent, that gets you good power, gets you good trigger response. Because that's the other thing. It's like you can't just buy any old fuck off battery off of Amazon and it will like run the gun properly. Like between the Sistemas that I've got and some of the higher end shit that I've got, if I don't put the right battery in it, it gets super finicky and it's like smells like broke bitch in here, and it just like doesn't run like at all, and it fucking sucks, and I hate it.
Yeah, so, that's why all of our shit has crazy C ratings, and the way we look at it is our Lions have that 20 to 40 on the burst, and most airsoft guns are running the burst. The constant is when you're holding down the trigger nonstop. But if you really want juice, then jump into our lithium polymer line, and it'll stick it to you at 30-50C.
I'll say, especially because like I never come off semi-auto. Like it's just, I don't know. It's mainly because if I put any of my guns on full auto, they'll fucking explode into a million pieces probably. Like they don't last very long, and my shit is, I'm mean enough to it as it is, so I need to baby it when it comes to the trigger response. But like, the other thing is I saw a kid last weekend, or not last weekend, the weekend before, like his stock started smoking out of nowhere. I was like, yeah, dude, it's 110 degrees out in Texas right now. You need to chill the fuck out.
Yeah. And that's the thing. The RC car industry has seen these things go up, on fire so many times. Because again, the lipos have like a little tiny shell, and if you crack that shell, which is basically plastic, your whole thing goes up. And if it's fully charged, it's a nice jetpack that takes off. So that's why we're kind of encouraging everyone, use the lipo bags. They're not fireproof, but they're fire resistant, and they give you that extra time, God forbid, to either get it out of your car, to get it out of your house, to make sure you're not burning shit down.
I don't know. I feel like an old man. Like I'm a grumpy old fucking boomer. I'm like, back in my day, we just put them in the sink and hope the house didn't burn down. Ceramics don't burn. We'll be okay.
Yeah, we actually make batteries for the drone industry as well, and we created for the ones we were putting those goggles on in the drone racing industry. So we have a bunch of guys and manufacturers actually we're working with that make the frames running our batteries, and they were blown away getting an extra 30 seconds to a minute extra runtime just from our cells on what we were doing. It turns out in that industry, people lie about milliamps as well, where we just tell it how it is. We basically under promise and over deliver, and that's just our philosophy in everything we do.
People lying about industry standards. Not everybody's Volkswagen. I mean, come on.
I mean, yeah.
I was gonna say, Corey, you had a lipo blow up on you, didn't you? Or was that Derek?
That was Derek, I think.
Was that Derek? That would fucking be Derek. His would just burst into fucking flames halfway through. Oh my god. Speaking of which, I don't know where the fuck that kid is rolling around at. He can't be relied on to do anything properly Corey's got like 4 goddamn jobs and he still shows up on time.
Every once in a while. I haven't been on. I feel like I haven't been on here in like a month.
I was gonna say, dude, what have you been up to? I see you've got. Is that an Astro headset you're wearing right there? Is that somebody taking their gaming a little seriously these days? Somebody
it's the 40. I dropped.
Ooh, did you get the 40 plus with the mix amp?
Yeah, it's got the mix amp. So
the mix amp is nice.
I'm gonna mess around with it, see if I like it. If not, then I might take it back and get something else. But I like it so far. I haven't played with it yet, so I literally got it today.
So I realized or didn't realize until the other day that I had not downloaded the Dolby Atmos app. It's like $15, but I turned it on today and it was like, holy shit, I can hear that guy jacking off in the corner halfway across the map. What the fuck have I been doing with my entire life?
Yeah, I need to put that on there.
I was getting so pissed at Warzone because I was like, I can't hear a fucking thing. And it went from having the Astros and the Xbox where I could hear everything. Yeah. And then I switched to these, which they're nice, but I didn't realize that, like, computer, obviously, you got to like plug in all the weird, dumb, nerdy shit and like run an app and fucking. Yeah, it's just I'm not technically inclined enough to make it work. So I hit up my buddy who built the computer for me. And was like, I can't hear shit. Help me.
Yeah, I'm gonna try them out. See if I like them. See if they're worth the money.
Pretty solid. Have you decided if you're gonna try to make Southern Front yet or not?
When's that? Next weekend?
We should probably know these things. Hold on. American Milsham. I actually typed in the H there.
It's either next weekend or the weekend after.
Is the 19th or the 20th.
So weekend 2 weeks. Yeah. I'll probably be down there for a day at least.
Yeah, because it's like 40 minutes from my house, so I kind of need to show up.
That's close.
Yeah, dude, D14's an excellent field. It's in really, really good. I'm super fortunate being in North Texas to where like everything is either 3 hours or 30 minutes from me. It's kind of fucking wild as far as events go. So I've got Southern Front 2 I'm going to go to. Corey and you're probably going to come down, Friday and Saturday, and then go back Sunday?
Yeah, probably. We'll see.
Are you going to bring your trailer out?
I don't know, man. It's really close to home. I might just drive home.
Lame. Because I'm still looking at renting a trailer for the Jackal game because I'm going up to Colorado Springs in October for that to hang around with the other 2 retards of the show who couldn't be bothered to get on. Punk at least has work. Fucking animals that we'd live with, I swear. Random Mega Kev says he has an OnlyFans that's coming along great. Does everyone in Airsoft have an OnlyFans now? Is that like the new thing? I know there was that one chick in Mexico who started doing one. Like everyone lost their fucking minds over it. Have you seen that yet?
OnlyFans? Isn't that for porn?
Yes.
Yeah.
Short answer is yeah. It's for the titties. But I mean,
it's like dirty Instagram is what it is.
My favorite is like, what was it? Bella Thorne came out and made like an OnlyFans, and it was like finesse the fuck out of everyone to the tune of like $200,000.
And they like,
so like enough people bought her OnlyFans, and then it turns out it was like the same shit she was putting on Instagram, and she was like, and just.
I saw the story on that.
You saw the story, or were you part of that $200,000?
It's like I contributed.
You may not know this about me, Cole, but people pay for my picture. I don't pay people for theirs. Okay, I'm kind of a big deal.
I hate you so fucking much, and this is just going to get worse. It's going to get so much worse when you do QRF too. Speaking of, have you talked to our boy behind the camera recently? How's I saw that he said they're looking at like an early October release now for the actual movie.
Yeah, that's what they put out on Instagram too. I think sound is going to be what delays the movie, so it's getting pushed. They're doing sound now. Supposedly, I guess color and VFX and everything's done, so all it lacks is sound, and then it'll come out sometime in October. I don't know if we'll get to.
What is this? An Airsoft Bang Bus? What is this?
Yeah, essentially.
Okay.
No, it was a movie that we filmed. June? Was it in June we filmed it? Yeah. It
was before Gregory Wong went to jail because I got his part and then gave you that part.
Yeah.
And then he blocked me on Instagram, and then that's how that went.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was a weird chain of events, but yeah, I got to do a movie with a couple decent dudes, some Airsoft guys and some guys that aren't Airsoft. So it was an interesting mix.
It looks really cool. I'm super jealous I wasn't able to be in it because it's the trailer for it is what, like 300,000 views or some shit like that, right?
314,000 this morning.
Oh wow.
So
yeah, it's cracking right along. But they were aiming for a late September release, and then I guess like he was saying the sound, getting the sound editing and everything done has kind of pushed them back a little bit, which I'm sure like doing that shit during a quarantine can be easy because you have to like download files and fucking send them every which way and try to mix and do all this shit.
Yeah,
like I can't imagine trying to get that amount of work done when can't like go and see people.
Yeah.
Well,
so where's it coming out at?
It's going to be online. There's a page called the guy's name is Evan Royalty online, and that's his page. He's got a couple 100,000 followers, and he put out one with the same director last year. They got 2.5 million views, something like that.
Oh, wow.
And then so they did a Kickstarter, and they raised $25,000 to shoot this one. So it's everything I've seen so far looks high quality.
It looks really. It looks. Though what's funny is the trailer, like as a whole, looks so much better than half the shit I've seen come out in theaters in a while. Like I was honestly like I knew it was going to look good, but I saw the first trailer and I was like, oh fuck, that's that's it. That looks good. It looks like a Netflix movie is what it looks like to me, like production quality wise.
Yeah, and the response has been overwhelmingly positive so far. Not very many dislikes to the likes.
Yeah, so, it's an interesting community for the SCP stuff too. And so Corey's he started a Kickstarter and then he's setting up another one that he wants to do at AMS Copperhead. Hopefully that'll still happen in December now because they pushed it back. Because we should be there right now. And I'm really, really mad about that because
I think the delay was kind of a blessing because some things got kind of rowdy at work for me for a while and I wasn't able to work on my script and all that stuff. So it worked out. It's fine.
Yeah, it worked out for you.
And plus the weather will be phenomenal.
I'm still so mad that I'm not gonna be able to go to that because like just the idea of there being snow on the ground, however remote that chance may be, and that AO is so fucking cool to me. And it's just not being 90 goddamn degrees.
I don't know. I think it'll still be in the 60s in November out there.
December though. Well, first weekend of December, right? Like the 4th and 5th or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm gonna have to miss everything this year.
Yep.
So, Dan, have you got anything new BB-wise coming out? Or is it mainly just kind of batteries you guys have been focusing on?
Yeah, we've basically been just grinding on the batteries. We've got some other new like soft good products that we came out with just to kind of expand our product line and kind of diversify what we do. But just like everything else we do, we made some tweaks to it, like our face mask. We changed the glue on some of the stuff, reduced some of the padding to make it just enough to reduce energy transfer, but not so thick that you can't get a proper stock weld or cheek weld on your firearm.
I was going to speak to it. I talked about this last week, but I bought this off this kid. It's Airsoft Face Pro UK. And this thing's fucking ridiculous. Like, I don't know where he came up with this design or how he did it, but this, I think I'm going to have to order one of your masks and try it out too, but this thing is fucking
Does that have a headpiece on it?
No.
Does it have a whole top to the baklava?
No, it's got a bungee. It's got a bungee on the back.
Okay.
Now he makes them with that, but one thing he did, and the only thing I would recommend that he did differently is put a nose piece in here that pinches on.
Okay.
He didn't. That's the only thing that he's missing is the nose piece.
Okay.
But I mean, it's the mesh is down here, so it's like halfway down. This thing breathes like fucking crazy. I got shot in the face because I always do, like 6 times going into a building. Didn't feel a thing. It wasn't hot. It wasn't overbearing. Especially wearing Ear Pro, it stayed up the whole time. It wasn't shifting around. I could wear Eye Pro with it like really comfortably, and it wasn't in the way at all. Which is the biggest issue I run into with Face Pro, especially with the mask, is it's like hair, and you feel like Darth Vader's retarded cousin, and you can't fucking run or do anything or So this thing is the only problem though is he makes them by hand, and he only ships out of the UK, and it was like $54 fucking for this goddamn thing.
Holy shit.
It's my only caveat to it. I saw it, and I decided I wanted it, and I was gonna fucking.
So next month, I'll send you guys some stuff to test and share, and if you guys have COVID, you guys can pass it around, like breathing into the face mask and sharing it. Yeah. But we have something that's soft cloth that is in the style of a baklava that has it with nose protection, and then we did some tweaks to it as well.
Ooh. Nice.
So I was asking if it a hood. Just in
Yeah,
time
I
for
think-
winter is how we looked at it.
I think he makes them with the hood. I'm not 100%. But so you guys have been like, especially with assuming the COVID thing, you've been trying to diversify your product line a little bit and come out with some new stuff that, people necessarily don't need just for airsoft, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Because I know there's a bunch of people that have been cranking out like, I think there's like 4 different new airsoft like TV shows that people are trying to crank out. Like you've got KWA is doing their fight night. You've got Airsoft Pro League, which
Kind of. So one of the other businesses, because
Ladies and gentlemen,
yeah, we're first technical glitch of the night. You may have to reset your shit, Dan. It's lagging just a little bit.
Throw your phone up against the wall, please.
Take your pants off. Your phone will work better.
Oh, by the way, there's Carl.
Oh, Carl!
friends. Sorry, I came back from work super late, and then I was like, "Oh, I need to leave. Oh, fuck, I really need to leave."
That's all good. We were. This was a little more off the cuff than I'd planned. Work's been so fucking busy this week.
So,
Dan, try to come back out and come back in, or restart your phone, or reset the site real quick, because I think it's just lacking you out.
Can I just sell all my airsoft stuff and come drink with you guys? Yes,
Yes,
an
Tim.
open invitation.
We actually recommend that. We don't recommend that you actually come to hang out with us to play airsoft, because we don't actually play airsoft. Like, not in the way that other people do. There we go.
cool.
Okay, cool. So reiterate what you're saying, or repeat.
Oh, were you talking about the Airsoft TV shows?
Yeah. So you cut out like right after I mentioned that.
Yeah, so we have like everyone thinks they know, I don't just do BBs. We basically took products that we actually made for other industries and then created our BBs with it, and that's actually part of the reason we released it to Airsoft. So with that being said, we have other stuff that we were doing for law enforcement training.
This New Jersey internet is killing us.
Yikes.
Fucking sudden link. It's gotten you, and it got Dr. Disrespect today. That man couldn't even play in the tournament. I'm going to blame that again, getting its ass whooped. Hold on, it's resetting.
It was
Although,
What is it,
There it goes. I don't, dude, it was weird because like you were super clear right up until Carl came in and ate all
Whoops.
the bandwidth.
it's this, A7. What's really
Carl?
good? Yeah.
Carl,
Yeah.
what have you done to us?
Damn, robot confirmed.
Yep. I used all the bandwidth using an A7.
Who's going to Conquest of Avalon? Are you doing that one, Cole? Yay or nay?
No, it's I want to, but my fucking kid's gonna.
He's gonna have a little poo flinger.
that exact day.
I think I'm going out there to do something with Woodcock.
So Punk is flying down. Punk is going to be there.
Okay.
I'm going to try my very best to come out and say hi Friday. I'm obviously not going to be able to play because if she had, I'm fully expecting the kid to be early. Like I have a very, very sneaking suspicion that he's going to come like while I'm at Jackal 5 in fucking Colorado in October.
No, I'm telling your
Dude,
wife that's not allowed.
Everyone I've talked to has been like, the first kid's a month early, like almost every single time. And I'm like,
2 weeks late, both of them.
see, I'm hoping for that. I'm hoping the kid is as tardy as I am, but we'll see. Hopefully we can get Dan back in here because I feel like he was getting on something that was going to be a little juicy there. But no, like right now, I'm still planning on making Jackal 5. I've got my ticket. I've got everything like planned out and ready to go. My only issue is it looks like work might fuck me here. I think this is going to be one of those I'm going to leave town and ask for forgiveness later kind of things.
I'm gonna tell your boss. Listen here. Yeah. Listen here, guy. Cole's been a sweet boy coming onto your new company. Let him hang out. I haven't even took a day off at all this year. So
No, and I didn't the year before half the time either. All right, almost. There we go. He's not stuttering. He's not moving.
he actually looks clear.
You do look clear. I don't know what you did, but it's working.
I think.
Dan, can you hear us?
Dan?
Yeah, I'm here. I just wasn't
Yeah,
moving.
yeah.
I wanted to say it was like a robot.
Standing creepily still.
Don't scare us like that. All right, third time's the charm. So, TV show or whatever it was we're talking
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So I feel like, I don't know if these people have seen this before, but I forget the name of it. But there was a show where they used quote unquote simunitions to do like a force on force TV show where this ex-operative battled against bad guys.
about.
But then,
It's a Netflix show or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like yeah.
yeah, but then it failed so bad they couldn't use Sims because Sims gunks up the guns because of the casing. They had to switch to UTM, but then they didn't say anything and just ran UTM in it. So I'd be interested to see how people adjust to not have the same thing happen.
So I don't know if you've seen this Airsoft Pro League thing that's coming out. It's kind of up near your neck of the woods. But I've been talking to some other people about it, and I know they've hit up a bunch of fucking people about being an influencer. And I got a message about it, and it was like the grimiest MLM, like pyramid schemey feel I've ever gotten through Instagram yet, which is saying something. And it's a cool concept, right? Their idea was like initially, from what I saw, was like this judge panel based 4v4, 5v5 simulation, like milsim tournament. And then it started getting super airsoft LARPy. And then I was looking at some of the game modes, and they straight up just like jacked the bank heist one that we talked about like fucking 5 or 6 shows ago, like to the fucking letter. It's like exactly what we fucking what I was describing on the show. And I was like, these motherfuckers. And then, but I was talking to an industry friend of ours who has got a decent amount of clout. And apparently they've been trying to get him and his company to sponsor, to do like a sponsorship package for their program. And their, I don't want to say expectations, but like what they've promised is ridiculous. Like it's not possible. There's no fucking
promise
way.
a moon and the stars, and maybe he'll get a cup of water.
Oh, beyond that, this is like your 8-year-old telling you to buy him an Xbox so he can become a fucking Fortnite pro. Like, I'm gonna make you millions of dollars. All you gotta do is put up $49.95. Like it's
I forget the name of the tournament, but isn't there a tournament that's broadcasted in like Poland or something like that was internationally done? And
Speedcube did that. That was at least if I'm not mistaken, that's a very specific Speedcube like Speedsoft style tournament. It's got a registered fan base. And yeah, they did it we actually had those guys on. They did it at DreamHack, and it was a really cool event. But this is something different, and this is something that's starting up out of nowhere. And it looks cool. It's a cool concept, and I hope they do it, and I hope they do it well. Because I don't want to see anything in this industry fail unless I just really don't like their guts or power.
Anything to grow the sport is good. Yeah.
Yeah. Unless your power ups are Elite Force, then you can suck my balls. But you thought I forgot about you power ups? Nah. I just decided not to talk about you for a couple of weeks, you fucking pieces of shit. But it's cool. They don't watch the show. But it just like because from what I can tell, it's a paid service. So it's like they expect people to pay money to watch these tournaments. And their estimated viewer count would put, like, from what I've seen, would put them light year. It would make them the biggest thing in the industry, like bar none, for their baseline of what they're promising. And it's like, I think you're really overestimating A, how much Airsoft kids are willing to pay, and B, Airsoft's not real interesting to watch. Like, it's really not.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they would have to. What to make it better to watch is they'd have to put POVs on like every single person in live feed. That would be literally the best way to do it. You know what I mean? Like a head-on perspective.
Think about your best firefight you've seen. The only reason people watch Airsoft videos is because someone edits a video and puts a little like crosshairs when they hit people and writes hit. So you would need shit like that happening in real time to even make it something someone would watch, because that's what makes it funny, unless everyone runs around with no shirt on and shorts and just gets tagged up and then you see the welts real time.
Only ball shots.
To watch that.
Only ball shots.
I think I kind of agree with you. It's like the You would need some type of graphical overlay stream
Well,
with
now-
live feeds. I mean, just like watch any successful live feed event that's
So
like
I don't think this is going to be. I don't think the idea is that this will be live stream. I think the
Oh,
idea is
okay,
that this will be.
okay.
I'm not 100%.
no,
And
but
like I
I'm
said,
saying if
yeah.
that would make Airsoft more interesting.
like it looks like a cool aspect, and their production quality is dope. Like their intro videos they've done look great. All the media that they've been putting out looks fucking fantastic. So they very clearly have like a real eye and like a real understanding of how the hobby is supposed to look if it was going to be competitive.
Well,
But like you're
that
saying,
TV
Carl, like
show where that
Go
TV
ahead.
show failed because you were watching this guy shoot simunitions at these other Op 4s, and all you saw was the Op 4s sit down when they were hit because you couldn't see the mark from the lipstick bullets that they were shooting at each other. There was no sound signature with UTM, unlike with simunitions where you actually have powder going off. With UTM, it's all primer based. So all you hear is the spring in your AR going doing, doing, doing. And like people are like, screw this, I'm not watching the show.
yeah,
You
they're
know?
like nobody wants to watch 30 minutes of clack 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 and guys going, yeah. Like it's just it's not interesting. There needs to be a way to make it like dynamic. And that was one of the things like when we were talking on the show about game types we want to see. I thought the bank heist idea will be really fucking fun because a good half of that is them planning, like you're given this amount of like material to work with, like a van or this, or you can rappel here, you can do this, and you need to create a plan on how to pull off this set and set bank heist. And then you go. And that way you can see how other people would approach problems, how other people would go through this. Like give them different scenarios and almost make it like Ninja Warrior with guns, if that makes any sense. Like there's obstacles in their way that they have to get by, not necessarily physical obstacles, obstacles they have to get by and they have to problem solve and they have to work through. Like it's like a real life fucking game platform. Like give me Crash Bandicoot in real life, goddammit. I want to see people jumping over shit. I want to see people sliding underneath shit, and I want to see people run away.
Nickelodeon had that like
bears.
15 years ago. So
Yeah, no, and they do well. Like you've got shows like that, but like give me a tactical version of that where like instead of having to run and jump and leap over shit unless you fall in water, give me like tactical scenarios like HVIT targets, fucking assassinations, robbing banks, doing getaways, fucking stuff like that. Throw that in there and put like a little bit of tactical schmutz onto it.
but it's how you present it too. You know, at the end of the day, it's like it could be a really cool scenario and it could be planned out super well, but if you can't present it well, then what's the point?
Mm-hmm. Well,
So-
it's like Lion Claws does that tack challenge where they do the whole thing on the plane and whatnot. And the videos from that are actually really entertaining to
Right.
watch. And it's because it's a lot less about the trigger time and a lot more about how they approach the situation and how they plan it and then how it actually falls through. And it's a lot less of like the wing, 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 wing.
Right. And you
then
got a lot of guys like communication and like, you know, FP, you know,
POV.
like, POV perspective. But if somebody could pull that off while it was live, that would be nuts. Like that would be
cool.
insane.
It'd be a really neat idea because, like I said, KWA's got their deal coming out, which is their fight night, which I think round 0, which is kind of the beta test that I'm a part of, should be out soonish. We finished doing a lot of the recording stuff for it the other day, and that's kind of, and we ran into a lot of those similar problems with how to keep it interesting. But it's actually ended up being really fun to watch because the people that they're pitting against each other are people who like. You've got a couple of the SYG guys and like Undead Fred and some of these dudes that like know how to play. So it's neat to watch them like approach different situations and like what they do.
When's this coming out?
But not sure yet. Should be soon. Next
Okay,
couple of weeks,
okay.
I think. I need to hit up Tom because we did like the final recording of like some of our audio stuff because it's me and ASM Caber and SYG's Sapo are kind of doing voiceover work for the tournament, and it's a neat idea, and it's real similar to what they're doing with the Pro League thing. Like, I hope it works, and I hope it does well.
Yeah, of course.
But
Just hope it's entertaining. Yeah,
that's the thing. It's like, how do you make shit entertaining? How do you make people want to watch? And I think, especially with all this COVID stuff, that's something that like your Airsoft YouTubers are running into. Is like they're either recycling content, or they just like don't know what to fucking do anymore, or they're trying to branch out and do something new, and it's not necessarily working. Like going through and flipping through like Airsoft YouTube right now is kind of an interesting animal because there's just not a lot. You just can't pull stuff out of your ass, you know? Like it's difficult to create new things.
Yeah.
Yeah, try and reinvent themselves to work with what's going on.
Yeah, if you've been following random guy Kev, he looks like he made an OnlyFans because he keeps putting up pictures of him in jeans and a t-shirt and like black Gestapo boots, posing with umbrella arms guns. Use live rounds, tons of people will watch. No, there's enough of that going on, I think. I think CNN's got that fucking covered. Corey deals with enough of that on a daily basis, I'm sure. You'd rather just sit home and play Rainbow Six?
Yes. If I could do that professionally, I would quit my job yesterday.
You mean I don't know,
Just
man.
need to practice.
Yeah, right.
No, Corey, what you really need to do is just start putting YouTube videos together of like highlights and then promote it.
I'm way too lazy to do that.
Put a bunch of like catchy music in the background and then dance around.
Yeah, no, it's mediocre play with great music. That's the only reason that might look anything near decent.
It's only mediocre because you're not using one of the cheater apps.
Yeah.
You hear about that guy that used a cheater app, had it running in his background and got caught? Like,
yeah. Oh, there's so many of them. So I am so convinced that so many Twitch streamers, especially on Warzone, are fucking cheating their balls off. And just like, but they're not being stupid about it. Like they've got the wall hacks on, but they're not like wall banging people. They're just like, they know where everyone is at. Cause there's that, this thing called a Kronos, which is a, emulator you can plug into your controller or into your system, and it does stuff like take away recoil and like add snap-on effects and all this other shit. Because some of these dudes, whenever they're like, especially when I'm watching somebody play Warzone and their gun shoots, I'm like, there's no fucking way that there's that little amount of recoil on that fucking thing. It's not moving and it's driving me up the wall. And it's probably just because I suck balls and they're actually really good at the game. But I'm gonna call them fucking cheaters.
Just get good, Cole. That's what you got.
There's got to be a high percentage of them are. Yeah.
Dude, some of them. And some of them legitimately are just monsters. Like you get that fucking Shroud kid and some of these other guys were like, it's just like I mentioned Dr. Disrespect earlier because like something that he did that I thought was really interesting, and this doesn't really apply to Airsoft, but I feel like it applies to just about everything else in business media, where like he had that deal where he got banned from Twitch and then he went to YouTube. And then Twitch pulled a double whammy and is like, no Twitch streamer can stream with him or we'll ban them, right? And so he just lost his entire collab community too. So what does this dude do? He goes and creates his own fucking community. He just went and plucked some random kid out of obscurity who had like 7,000 subscribers. And was like, hey, this kid's dropping like 48 kills a game in duos. And then started streaming with him. And like started creating his own deal. It's
honestly,
wild.
I wish that's how more streamers were. Like they're so niche to like their group because they're all here when it comes to being a streamer. If they brought more people up, I think that would create a lot more, better content of like basically playing with randos. And it's like, okay, this kid's pretty good. Like maybe I should start playing with them more and more and more. And like there's a couple of series where, streamers like Courage JD, he did that with this like 12-year-old kid, and like that series went huge for him because like it changed this kid's life. You know what I mean? So if more streamers weren't so about all like the top streamer community and actually helped bring up the bottom feeders of streamers, I think that'd be cool to see.
Yeah, it's neat to see the guys like that like pull people out and do stuff with them.
Yeah.
But it's really been fun to watch because, like I said, he's definitely one of the more entertaining guys, and just kind of aside from his weird like aesthetic and flair that he does, he's been doing really innovative stuff in the industry, and it's cool to see when people in our weird little community try to do shit like that. It's rare, but every once in a while somebody fucking wings one out of left field, and you're like, oh shit, that was cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me see here. I was just looking at something. Somebody just sent me something. Hold on a second.
While Cole's doing that, I'm gonna talk to chat here. Okay, chat. We're gonna have a little talk. Okay. Cole, I wish you could make me full screen. So like, I can. All right, chat.
Hold on. Wait. I think there's a way for me to do this. That removes you.
Chat.
Oh,
okay.
Look at that.
Listen here. Okay. Pump up your fucking numbers, okay? You guys need to share this, like us on Facebook, like us on Instagram. These numbers. Come on, guys. Come on. We can do better. Okay? That's all I ask. It's a little bit. Just a little bit. That's all I ask. I'm done, Cole. There you go.
If we grow up big enough, Carl will set up an OnlyFans.
There you go. What? None of you guys want to see Cole's butthole? Come on.
No. I think too many people. I think too many people have seen it. That is a known commodity at this point.
Yeah, everybody's already seen his butthole.
It's a known quantity. And Derek right now, I just remembered he's at the Derek is at the Milsom West game this weekend, isn't he?
Yes, he is in Washington playing Bush Wookie.
Interesting.
Be more toxic. Yeah, we'll try.
Honestly, we really do our absolute damnedest to be just thick old toxic boys, but then we end up going on like some wholesome rant for like 10 minutes. I don't know what's wrong with this anymore. It's horrible.
Rants are awesome.
It's always fun when you get that one, but luckily, like the airsoft community is kind of like calmed its tits in most respects for a little while. Like everybody's chilled out.
I don't know. I feel like people are also a little bit antsy. Like I'm curious to see how the community is when like big events start popping off again. You know.
I mean, there've been big events already. I mean, TCA just knocked out a bunch of events. They got another monster one coming up as well. And I mean, they did a phenomenal job by having events, social distancing, the check-in, contactless check-in, and they had no confirmed cases of COVID throughout that whole thing. So, kudos to them for doing it right, or at least being, having a great model to work with to keep their stuff going.
Yeah. No, I guess for me that's more around like my part of the country, I guess you could say. I mean, I haven't seen a ton. I mean, Titan Milsom's Jackal 5 will be like the first major event, within a pretty big radius of this area that people will actually start coming to. And Cole and Corey, well, hello, Corey. Okay.
That was a close and personal shit.
You guys haven't had like insane events. You just had like regular weekend play for the most part, right?
All right, I got a work email out of nowhere, so apparently I have to take care of this real quick. So carry on without me for a second. I'll be back.
What was the question, Carl?
There's been a lot, like there hasn't been any major events around where like you're at. So like it's just been local weekend players for most of you guys, right?
Yeah. Well, for me, yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Is like I feel like personally, a lot of people in my area are antsy to get out and play again, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I think we had talked about it before you came on, but we're gonna try and at least get a day of Southern front end, and then I plan on going with Woodcock. I got to get some things worked out to Conquest of Avalon, and then I think after that is Copperhead, and then I don't think I'm going to be able to do Broken Home now that Copperhead changed, because that's going to eat up all my leave days. So
yeah, I haven't took a single day off this year at all. So I'm just waiting to, like, I've got a whole bunch of days saved off for when Cole's out here and things like that. But other than that, Dan, is there any major events that you guys at HPA are planning on hitting as like a major sponsor? Dan? Hello? Well, this is awkward. All right. Did we lose him again? Yeah, we lost him again.
Technical difficulties.
Fun episode tonight, huh, chat? This is a good time. Oh, yeah.
So Carl, are you coming to Copperhead now?
I should be able to. Yeah, I mean, December is like one of the slower months for my job. I've been taking up a second job too. I've been doing like 60, 70 hour weeks. So both are like the slower times of the year. So
yeah,
I should be able to. I don't know why I couldn't see why I couldn't. So you're still planning on filming, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're definitely filming. If it happens, we're going to film 100%. So
good.
Yeah. We're reorganizing because some guys that were going to be in it can't be in it now. So we're going to have to shift some people around to fill all the roles, but it's going to work out.
Nice.
Yep. Well, Let's just oddly look at Cole do business.
Sorry, I'm trying. I actually got an important email. I gotta finish writing up. So
I didn't know janitors got work emails. That's weird.
Especially at 8:00 at night.
Hey, see this spot on the floor, Cole? You didn't clean it. What the fuck?
I'm gonna make you a spot on the
There's
floor next
throw
time I
up
see
on
you,
the
Carl.
floor.
What? What?
I don't know what that means, Cole.
I like when he talks dirty to me like that.
I
Get it?
know.
Ah, that was a double pun. Anybody see that?
That-
That was funny.
Is that foreplay?
A little bit.
Possibly. Oh man.
So, Dan, what I was asking is there any major events that HPA is planning on going to, like here soon, that you guys will have a booth at or anything like that?
So we always have a booth at Third Coast Airsoft events, especially one at GTI. Unfortunately, I won't personally be able to be down there, but we will have some representatives that are in the area down there showing off the new products, the new batteries, the new charger line. Will be out there as well for both LiPo and Li-ion batteries. And then we actually, because we've gotten some feedback from some fields, we are actually dropping a nickel metal hydride line. We're actually in the final stages of working and designing ourselves.
We might have lost Dan again.
Oh, man.
How we're going to put that together. We'll have that. I know that doesn't get any of you guys excited, but that's more for the entry level players that, parents don't want them running a LiPo because of the risk of not treating it properly.
Right. That makes sense. No, 100%. Yeah, that's cool. That's good to see that you guys are stepping up your battery game through not just more than LiPos. You know what I mean? So that's cool. And we lost Dan again.
This is going great.
So, chat.
So what have I missed while I've been gone? I haven't been on here for like 3 episodes, and I don't have Facebook anymore, so I have no clue.
The podcast with the Gun Gamer guys. If you guys missed that was actually a lot of fun. Like, the Gun Gamer guys are pretty cool dudes. So I see why they do well in what they do. So
Is Cole? Is that on SoundCloud yet?
I think Cole's a couple episodes behind, but
I don't know. All that trash he talked.
But no, I mean he's caught up a lot significantly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, work's been nuts lately, but it's finally starting to settle back down. I guess we beat the second round of COVID, so maybe we can go back to a normal schedule here before too long.
COVID.
Yeah. Right.
So
no, that's cool.
No, I mean, other than that, it's been, typical show stuff. I don't even know, honestly, at this point, if this episode would go live because there's so much, or on SoundCloud because there's so much technical difficulties, but we'll figure that out down the road. But yeah, so I'm curious to what your guys' thoughts are. Is there a particular day that you guys would want to see the show? Because obviously, Corey, I don't know what your schedule is like, but I know Eric's schedule has changed a bit, and his is kind of up in the air. But it's hard to. I think Fridays. I don't know. I'm curious to know what your opinion is and what chat's opinion is on, Friday shows. I feel like maybe if we did a more midday week show again, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm every other week regardless because of my schedule being 8 on and 6 off. So
got it. Makes sense.
Yeah, Fridays are good according to Tristan.
Fridays are good. Okay. Well, I'm curious. Like, come on, chat. I know there's more of you. Yeah, I'm just curious to hear you guys on what you guys think. So, Hey, look, Cole's back. Maybe in 3, 2, Cole and Dan. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. See that timing right there? No, sorry. I've got this work bullshit.
Yeah.
People think they
Yeah.
email me at 8:30 at night, and I got to respond.
So
Did you
Fridays. Okay.
respond?
Yeah, well, I forwarded something to my boss, and I was like, I'm going to respond to this, but I'm not going to do it right now because I'll probably just tell everyone to go fuck themselves. Because this is a little ridiculous. Anyways, but yeah, sorry. That's between the technical difficulties, and I'm gonna have to deal with this, so I'm gonna have to cut off. It's been
That's fun.
It's been kind of a weird episode, but I've got to deal with this because this is actually kind of important, and I'm gonna take a couple minutes to decompress before I start throwing shit against the wall. But
Yeah. Stopped up toilets do need to be unclogged.
yeah, that or I'm gonna drown somebody in one. But Dan, hopefully, if your internet connection wants to concede for a second, thanks for coming on, man. I'm sorry it's been kind of a weird shit show, even more so than the first time you were on somehow. But I think we need to call it quits because I have got to go deal with this right now. So, real words kicking me in the balls. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right.